professor, I will test you in the worst way. Don't bring a Scantron, pop quizzes all day. Cause of our chemistry, we do biology.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, like father, like son. So Deion Sanders, of course, have left Jackson State for Colorado. He took his son Shador with him, and his son Shiloh decided to stay for the moment. And it looks like it's a riff on social media because he unfollowed pretty much everybody but his brother, Deion Jr. But in my opinion, it's not as big deal. It's like father, like son. Sometimes parents and children bump heads because they're a lot alike. And to me, Shiloh, it has a lot of things that's very similar with Deion as far as their approach. Fun loving. I'm sure they love each other, but Deion ain't gonna lie to you. He gonna shoot it straight, and it seems like Shiloh the same kind of person that shoot it straight. And sometimes, you when your dad has the audacity to be a straight shooter with the world, it's one thing. But when it comes off that you might have the audacity to be a straight shooter with dad, it's a whole other thing too. Like, whoa, you talking to? I should put you back in this sack. But I think, for some people it's an issue, but I don't think it's as big of an issue as people think, because if Shiloh wants to stay at Jackson to finish that's fine. Sometimes parents and children don't see eye to eye, and he's old enough to do his own thing. Prime might be the kind of point, well, if you don't come, I'm cutting you off. You gonna live the college experience for real. And Shiloh seems like the kind of guy that'd be like, all right, no problem, I got it. So to me, that they're both resilient like that. Maybe hard-headed, stubborn, however you want to call it. But at the end of the day, there's no love lost. This is not going to break up the family, or probably not. If Shiloh does his thing next year, he's probably going to go to the league. Now, it's not going to be like a first-round draft pick, but he might, somewhere from third to the fifth, in my opinion. Because he had been hurt because of the injuries. But Shador, if Shador shows out in Colorado, he ensures that he's going to get drafted also. Personally, I think it might be easier for Shiloh to make an adjustment than Shador because of their positions as far as players. And what I mean is, at some point, Shador is going to have to get away from his dad and the system that they run. And we'll see how he excels at that. Because his dad probably plays to his strengths, which is a good thing. Shador's a winner, so it's not a big deal. Shiloh was an All-American, so he's no slouch as far as playing the game. But sometimes we kind of, because parents and children bump heads, we kind of overlook the fact that, Deion Sanders is a great dad, and by all accounts, Shiloh is a great son. Smart, doesn't get into trouble, like, maybe doesn't get into crazy trouble, you know what I'm saying? Does what he's supposed to do, and it seems to be a very good people person, like a good person to be around. So I'm sure his dad loves that about him, and he just wants to guide his son in the best direction that he sees fit for his son. And maybe his son wants to, make his own way or take certain steps. And besides, he already transferred once. He might just be like, listen, I left South Carolina to come with you to Mississippi. I'm not leaving Mississippi to come to you with to Colorado. And he might like the experience that he's having in Mississippi at Jackson State. He might not feel like he'd get that in Colorado. He might still go to Colorado. Who knows? But Shiloh looks like he's had a great time in Mississippi, and he loves the environment, and he loves the people, despite them breaking into his car and stealing his stuff. And for all you people who was doing that, y'all suckers, man. Just for the record, y'all some suckers. Um, but at the end of the day, I think what's most important is when you recognize that father and son have certain qualities that might clash, that you don't lose the love for each other. And I don't think they will. You know, I don't think that that family's been through a lot of ups and downs, and they even with the ups and downs, they go in a positive direction. And you got to tip your hat off to Dion. As much as he did for Jackson State, you know that's what he's been doing for his kids. So Shiloh knows his dad always has his back, and I'm sure Dion knows his son always has his back and loves him, even though he always messes with Shiloh like this the one I don't like. This one. They got to get away from me, you know. Yeah, so I know they rub each other the wrong way, but Shiloh is like he enjoys it. He's trolling his dad for every day of his life, and he gonna miss trolling him. Truth be told, if he stay in Mississippi, he gonna miss trolling him. He gonna be all on social media, yeah, on the phone trolling his dad like crazy, just because he miss him. So it happens, you know. People don't, parents and children don't see eye to eye all the time. It happens. You probably didn't see eye to eye with your parents all the time, so it's not a big deal. But like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Tell me what you think. Peace.
You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna take you there.